Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of The Green Factor, a show where we talk about green design and the business of sustainability. I'm your host, Haris the Green Carpenter, and today we'll be talking about gamification in sustainability. So, with me today, we have Joshua Lim. Hi, Joshua.
Hi, Harif. Hi, everyone.
From Beebag. I've been following you guys for quite some time, and I like the concept that you guys have been working on, especially in terms of gamification. Um, because it's like a trendy word right now, gamification, and I love what the way you guys are doing it, especially in terms of sustainability. But before we go deeper into the topic, for the benefit of our viewers and listener, can you introduce yourself and just share a little bit of your journey and how Beebag has become what it is right now?
Yeah, that would be awesome. Thank you so much for having me today. So, my name is Joshua, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of Beebag. So, basically, our journey started off as actually a university assignment. So, we were in like the university, and then basically there was a elective. Sorry, there was an elective called carbon management, and basically the assignment was to create a business solution to solve plastic pollution. So me and my brother, we were already eco-conscious shoppers and also citizens. That's why we very felt very interested in this, and then that's why we tried very hard to figure out a proper solution. So we dig deeper, and then we found out like the best way to actually solve this problem is if we actually close the loop and then actually reduce plastic pollution right from the source. And the best way to do it is either number one, you ban totally plastic, or you reuse or reduce. So we thought that the reuse part might be a more more how to say sensible, a more approachable option. That's why we double down on figuring a way how to encourage more people to reuse. So slowly digging it, digging different true solutions, we ended up on a solution called member bag. So member bag basically means that a membership card and also a reusable bag. And the whole idea is like something like this. So before everyone goes to shopping, nobody always, I think 80%, 90% of people, they rarely think about bringing their bags along with them. Only eco-conscious shoppers do. And most of the time, they leave it in their car, they leave it at home, and then they go straight away to the shopping or grocery mart. But if there is a membership card, shoppers would oftentimes remember to bring their membership card. And this is because they will get special perks, special discounts, and special promotions if they bring it. So when they leave, they will actually remember the membership cards. So the idea was, why not combine both so that it becomes a membership bag? So for a shopper to earn the rewards and the promotions, they need to bring their reusable bag. And that is how the idea of B bag initially was formed. So membership bag, and it's like attaching a membership card onto the bag. So before a shopper leaves their home to shopping, they want to remember to bring their bags because they can get some special perks. So that's how the initial journey. And then basically, it was left as an idea for like 1 year until our last year in university. One of our lecturers also knew about the idea, and then he basically came to talk to us, and then why not make it into something a real social enterprise, a real business. So that's when we doubled down, and then everyone came together and then created BBAG last year June. So it has been a little bit over a year, so 1 year plus 1 year 3 months, and then yeah, basically now it's the first version. It's live on the App Store, Play Store. You can download it, and then you can actually use it. The bag you see here, this is the first version, but I will be showing you guys the new version later. Yeah, so that's the journey of BBag.
Awesome, awesome. So I think what makes it different or something unique to what you guys are doing is gamification, right? So how do you implement gamification in terms of your solution?
Mm. Yep. So the gamification part, basically we took inspiration from like existing like sort of loyalty programs, loyalty solutions. So if you go like let's say Zeus Coffee, Zeus Coffee, when you get a Zeus Coffee, you will have like rankings, you have level, and then you have different perks once you reach different level. You can see it in also the Settle app and then also the Starbucks app. Fun fact: the Starbucks loyalty system is actually one of the most famous one, and it takes up a huge portion of Starbucks revenue as well. So this kind of gamification things is really, really working in other industries, like more focused, consumer focused industries. But it's not. It was previously not yet, shift into the sustainability side. You can see that in education as well, Duolingo, all this kind of stuff. And basically, the whole thing is about using small rewards for like actions carried out. So for Duolingo, for example, it's a language learning app. Basically, they give you streaks. So if you tune in every single day, you learn a new language every single day, then you get the streak, similar to the gamification that Snapchat use as well. This really also helped it. So we're also using a similar concept to that. We want to also utilize this kind of streak thing. Use your bag every week, and then also like there's mission. You use your bag 3 times a week. You get this special badge, all this kind of stuff. So it's more like a typical game, but make it into something real, and then more apply the sustainability side of things. Yeah.
But in terms of Beebag, like how does it work from your side?
Oh, okay. So how does it work? So the whole thing is basically about rewards. So today, people they bring their reusable bags, they bring their B bag to one of our partnering store. They can scan the bag inside the app, and then they can earn rewards. So sometimes there will be special drops of items, products. Sometimes there will be instant rebates depending on the partners, and they can earn B coins sometimes as well. So this is still the part that we are experimenting, because currently we're still in the initial stage. We want to experiment on which form of rewards is the most beneficial and most capable of changing behavior. Yeah. So currently, how it all works, you can earn points, earn instant cash rebates if you walk in a partnering store with your BBank. Yeah.
So it's like you have to work with vendors then, like a
Yes.
grocery shop and all that.
Yes, you're correct. So basically, currently, when we launch BBAC 2.0, there will be around 2,000 partners across Malaysia. But inside within those 2,000 partners, there will be two separate categories. So there's the official partners, and then there's also the unofficial partners. So the official partners are vendors that actually we have onboarded, they have registered with us, they have uploaded a reward. And then the unofficial partners is we basically pull data from Google, and then we feed it into our backend system to make it all rewarding spots. The difference is that the amount of rewards you can earn. So as a shopper, if you visit an official partner, you can earn 100 B coins. If you visit an unofficial partners, you can earn 10 coins only. Yeah, then there will be other perks as well if you go shop at an official partner.
Understand. So so far you've been launched for a year now. So what are the findings that you find when actually doing this?
Got it. So in terms of the findings wise, we definitely, because plastic pollution, everybody already knew plastic was bad. Everybody was already aware about the plastic regulation. But not no one, like, it was like sort of, I think 2-3 years ago, suddenly the interest went down again after COVID, and then a lot of people start to forget about this. But then when we introduced things, it's like something refreshing, something new. So the findings was that quite a lot of people suddenly, oh wow, this is quite exciting, quite fun, and then more people actually start to realize and then start to think more about the problem, and more so towards the changing of behavior. We do see that our users, they do use their B bag more often, some of them. But because of like how our first version works, BBag 1.0, it's not that easy to use, and then you can only earn at like very few limited places. I think it was only 15 places. So only people that lived nearby those partnering stores would actually reuse their bag, but not people living away from that. That's why we are solving this by introducing more locations like the unofficial partners in the second version. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what my thoughts as well, because like for them to actually get the point, they have to physically be there, right? So if
Yes.
they buy online, it doesn't really work into the system, right? So you need to make sure that you have the vendors need to be wide enough for them to want to use it.
Yes. Exactly. Yes.
So so does it mean that right now it's more it makes sense for certain places like Klang Valley only, or is it like applicable to a lot of other states as well?
So the 2,000 partners will be spread outside of Klang Valley as well, but majority of the partners will still be focused on Klang Valley because that's also what we believe our initial users will be. The people with more eco-conscious and then would also want to spend on something more tech, something like that. So the focus will be also in Klang Valley, but of course we'll be also spreading the things outside of Klang Valley. But the states more would be on Johor, Penang, Malacca, more like a tech-savvy states in Malaysia. Yeah, those will be the initial focus.
Understand. So in terms of just the bag itself, like can you just share a little bit of the first version at the back? Just share a little bit of the feature and how does it looks or how does it work? Where do you scan and all that?
Yep. Okay, got it. Yep. So basically, this bag here is the first version. So this material will still be present in the second version because Beebag 2.0 will have three product lineups. So this is the PP woven bag. We have the foldable bags, and then we have this tote bag. But the difference between the first gen and the second gen is the NFC chip. So you can see here, this is the difference. So this one over here, this is the first version. It's more like a pin, so it's removable, and then it can actually go missing. But this one is stitched in, and there's also a QR code at the back on the thing. So it allows users to also earn in two ways. So basically, the whole user journey is also okay. It's totally different, but the technology inside is the same. So there's an NFC chip inside over here. But I'll explain using the Beebag 2.0 how it works, since that is what people will be seeing in like a month or so. So basically, this every Beebag will come with like this B tag. We call it a B tag, BEETAG. So it has a QR code and also an NFC chip inside. So today, all a shopper needs to do to earn B coins or earn the rewards for reusing their B bag, basically they need to walk into a partnering store. They open the B bag app and then they select their desired reward. So it can be 100 B coins or they can earn instant rebates. So once they selected the reward, the app will ask them to scan the NFC chip or the QR code on their B bag to activate it. So they need to do it either through NFC or QR code. Then they can activate the reward and then they earn the rewards. And the reason we introduced QR code is because we realized not everyone's phone has an NFC scanner. That's why we introduced this QR code to cater to more shoppers as well. Yeah, and then there will be different lineups. This bag itself, it's made from recycled plastic bottles. This one, it's made from 40% recycled polypropylene as well. And then the foldable bag, I don't have a sample right here right now, but it's also made from 100% recycled plastic bottles. So we're also trying to reduce our footprint as well when we make the bags.
So in terms of the bag itself, is it locally sourced, or if not, do we have a local manufacturer that can do these kind of things?
So our current supplies is based in China. We have tried to source it locally, but it ended up also they go source it from China. So currently there is no local supplier that can actually do this yet. But hopefully we want to have it in Malaysia. Maybe we can do it ourselves. Maybe set up a manufacturing plant, but that is like quite a far plan ahead. But now everything is in China. The chip itself and also the bag. Yeah.
Because like right now, I think a lot of other companies as well have asked me where can they source for recycle bottle bags and all that, and of course a lot of them are based in China. So I'm just asking like whether if there is locally one, or if you guys are looking into it, because like this kind of thing is something interesting, but it's not available here, right?
Yep. It's not available here yet. That we have a very famous recycling I would say company. They turn ocean bound plastic. I think you also know that Hapseng.
Yep.
Yeah.
In Johor,
So
right?
yeah, in Johor, yeah. But they don't have they are not turning it into fabric, so we still have to end up going back to China.
Yeah. So that's why I think like one of the issue with us here in Malaysia is our supply chain is it's not really there. So it's difficult for a lot of us to migrate into a more sustainable solution. But at least we need to start somewhere, right? So I'm guessing once we get or you guys have enough traction and enough volume, then when it makes sense, then maybe we can look into these kind of things.
Yeah, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. So my next question would be like, because you have been using gamification, you have seen how work has been improving. How can other business, especially sustainable business, can look into gamification in terms of offering and as a strategy as well?
Mm. So this one, it's quite a tricky one because I personally believe not every type of business can utilize gamification. I think more towards like the businesses that are more customer facing. So it's like a more B2C that can actually use the gamification part. So even though you can't use it gamification on the customer's engagement, because more towards gamification is used to change consumers' behavior, get their engagement, make them stick to the app. But I think that's you can use sustainable businesses can use gamification to hype up their own workforce. And that I think that's a great part as well because sustainable business, the workforce is also an important one. So use gamification to increase their morale, increase productivity. So I guess gamification can, like some sustainable businesses can, if they can't use it on interacting with their consumers, they can use it within their own workforce. Yeah.
Example, internal. So it quite an interesting point you put that. It's not. It doesn't have to be external. It can be internal. So what are some of the things that you think they can do internally?
So currently we haven't applied that right now because the team technically it's only me and my brother.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No,
So,
I
but
mean
I
like
have heard.
because
Yep. But I have heard of like things. So it's more like a mission based or like there's like, but of course you need to track things. If you want to use gamification, you have to track it. So there's like targets, and then there's like like points attached to some things like that. I don't have a lot of knowledge about it, but I guess one way is to use it to keep track and to push staffs to outdo themselves or compete with like employees, maybe like a leaderboard. That's one thing that we'll be introducing to a solution to actually corporates as well. We are introducing this leaderboard thing where we work with a corporate. We give their employees the Beebag, and then everyone will track who is the most eco conscious staff. And then there will be a leaderboard, and then the top reuser will actually get rewarded, something like that. So that is a gamification part that we are using in a corporation. So even back in the sustainable business side, they can use something like this, a leaderboard thing. Yeah.
understand. Good point. No, I'm just asking because I'm actually trying to do it internally. We are
Oh.
trying to do few things internally, um, but right now it's still in the ideation phase. So we want to slowly, but that is for internal lah. So that's why
Hmm.
it's interesting that you put that point as well. Yeah. So for us, it's more of like a skill batch. So if let's say you learn how to measure, right? And then once you being test or you are competent in it, then you get the measuring badge. So you collect the badge
Ah.
and all that. So those kind of things lah. So that is in the works. And that's why I just want to hear more, and I feel that more people should look into this as well as one of the things that the strategy that we can use lah. So
Yep.
other than that, what do you think like we should avoid if we want to look into gamification?
I would say one of the major mistakes initially is we made a lot of assumptions that people would be attracted to this type of thing, and then we try to replicate what other industries are using in terms of gamification, and then we thought it will also work, but it turns out it does not work. So I guess one thing is I think it also ties down to really understanding your own team, or maybe need to go understand your customer first, and then try to roll out not the full version. That's what we did, and then ended up costing us a lot of time and money. So I guess take it step by step, like MVP. Every startup, like if you want to introduce like a gamification thing, like just start out, maybe take the principal concept of it, and then to apply, and then see if it works or not. If it works, then can start to put in more resources to make it more complete. Yeah, but I think that is the one thing that I've learned, that always is the one thing that on top of my head, in the future when we introduce new features, don't work 100% and then only roll out, work the like maybe 20% and then roll out, see if can then make it to the 100%. Yeah.
Yes, yes. I think it's always difficult to give a general advice or anything, but I think that is good where you start with something and then you iterate. You always have to keep on listening and see where you go right or you wrong and be agile enough, and not just be bogged down with, oh, I believe this is gonna work and it's gonna work, and you just stay with it, and if it went down, and then you go down with it.
Yeah.
So we need to continue evolve and find better ways to adapt, right? Like
Yes.
assumption. Yeah, assumption, you shouldn't have too much assumption. You should check on assumption and all that. Good, good, good.
Yep.
So I think we are nearing at the end of the show. So my last question would be like, what is the future of Beebag? How do you see the company moving, or what new things are you gonna bring offer?
Got it. So the future plan, definitely one is to onboard large retail chains. So currently, we are already speaking to a few, but not yet materialized yet. But hopefully, we can onboard like the big names, big names that everyone knows. So it really becomes like a normal thing. It's not just tied to like small retail stores, because if we stay this way, it won't get a lot of attraction users. So that's one thing. And then another thing is to also expand this technology into other forms of reusables. So reusable containers, reusable cups, because those are also a huge source of plastic pollution. And then the same concept of gamification, gamifying reusables can apply also with them. So that is also one thing that we're excited for as well. And then the third thing that we're excited of, is to introduce new forms of rewards. Hopefully in the future we are able to include like Web 3.0 form of rewards as well, NFTs, maybe some other form of stuff. Yeah, but these three things are like the future plans that we are looking forward to, carrying out in the next few years. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So I think like you have a lot of challenge in front of you, but at the same time, there's a lot of opportunity as well. So so guys, if you are looking into getting a reusable bag solution, best to check out their website beebag.co. So thank you very much, Joshua, for coming in. Thank you very much to our viewers. If you find this episode helpful, share with your friends or family. If you want to learn more, follow our social media. Follow me, Harris Green Carpenter, or The Green Factor in Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. And thank you very much again. See you next week. Have a green week ahead. Bye bye, guys.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.